Hey guys, what's going on? Eric here. Welcome back to my channel. So pumped that you're here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a Photoshop tutorial that you can do straight from your iPhone or your mobile device or whatever it may be to turn your portraits into Polaroids. That's right, I'm going to show you exactly how you can edit your regular photos and make them look like authentic Polaroids that you may have taken with an instant camera. But before we do that, as always, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I put videos out just like this every single week. So if you're into photography or instant photography, that's something that you enjoy, that you like to do, you're gonna wanna definitely make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss videos just like this one. Now, let's get into the video. So I had the idea to make this video because over the weekend I went to Las Vegas to celebrate my birthday, and while I was there I ran out of instant film. And I was like, man, that's kind of like a bummer. You know, you're out and you're shooting, and of course with the new Polaroid film you only get 8 shots, but why does that have to stop you from using your iPhone or using your DSLR for taking photos? But one of the questions that I get a lot is, when I upload photos to my Instagram, people often ask me, you know, what am I doing to edit my photos? And about 95% of the time, it's absolutely nothing. I take a Polaroid and I use my regular scanner and I scan it and I upload it to Instagram or some of the Facebook forum groups that I'm in. But I was just kind of thinking, like, you know, what happens if you run out of film? What happens if you're waiting till payday till you get paid again so you can actually go out and buy some more film? Because we all know how much, you know, the Polaroid film is expensive nowadays. But I wanted to come up with a really quick tutorial to show you how you can kind of fake your Polaroid right from your smartphone. So we're just gonna need 2 apps, and I'm gonna show you exactly what they are. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna essentially pick whatever photo that you wanna edit. It really doesn't matter. Just the things to keep in mind when you are choosing a photo. Make sure that there's good detail. Make sure that the photo is lit right. You'll never, no matter what, whether you're shooting film, instant film, or digital, you'll never be able to edit out a bad photo. So make sure you start with a photo that you actually enjoy in the first place. But I'm actually gonna grab my phone and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm doing on my phone so you can see how we can go ahead and get this done. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our phone and we're gonna download an app called Pollaxe. Now what Pollaxe does is it allows you to take any photo that you have and turn it into a Polaroid photo. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab this photo of my friend Isla here. I took this photo a little over 1.5 years ago. It was a really cool shot up against like a display for a laundromat, and I just love the lighting, I love the framing. Her pose is great, it's a great shot. And as you load it into Pollaxe, when you scroll, you can see the regular Polaroid frame. You can also see like an Instax vertical wide frame. You can see a regular Instax wide, a Polaroid Spectra frame, a completely square frame with a white border all around. So you do have some options when it comes to what type of frame that you want. But for this example, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the regular Polaroid frame. So when we click on that, we get these options down here at the bottom, and you can go through, you can see the different types of filters that they have, from like warm tones to blue tones to, again, like I said, warmer. When Polaroid does their little special limited edition duochrome with the blue film with the black frame, they've got that as well. And then of course there's always a bunch that you can buy. But for this example, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use Fade 3. It makes, you know, the bottom part of this image a little bit warmer, as well as towards the top. It also brings the contrast down a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead, I like the way that looks, and I'm gonna hit save. Now we could be done just there, but I think there's some other things that we can do to make the photo look great. You know, one of the reasons why people shoot Polaroid photos is because they're not perfect. Every Polaroid you shoot is different. Every Polaroid that comes out of the camera usually has some flaws. And I see most of the flaws happen in the top part of the photo as well as the bottom part. So that's what I want to do a little bit of tweaking to. And the only thing we need to do now is, because we hit save, we can go ahead and hit done. It's going to save that photo to our camera roll. Now we just need to go into our good old Lightroom app, and we'll open up Lightroom. We have it loaded here. I'll load it again for the example. So the photo that we just saved. Okay, now the first thing that we're gonna need to do is we're gonna come down to this bottom and we're gonna scroll all the way to the left. You're gonna see a button that says selective. Go ahead and click that. Then you'll see a plus mark here at the top. Click that as well. You have 3 options. You've got a brush, a circle, and a square. Click on the brush. And then if you go down, you'll get this menu here on the side. There's like a dot, there's like an orb and a blank, and then you'll see a trash can. Click the one in the middle. That's gonna give you a brush that's got a feathered edge. So now that we have that selected, we're gonna very lightly paint on the top of this photo. And the area that we draw on will appear pink. That's all, that's like the perfect amount that I want. Now we're gonna come down here into color. And usually with Polaroids, that area is like a green tint because it has some issues with like developing depending on your camera, if it's old, if the rolls aren't clean, whatever it may be. The top of Polaroids, more often than not, usually see some discoloration at the top. So we're gonna go ahead and come into tint, and we're gonna make the tint a bit green. I'm also gonna make it a little bit blue here at the top. And then I'm also gonna bring the saturation up a little bit to kind of exaggerate that green tint. We're gonna go ahead and hit that check mark. And then we're gonna go back into selective, and we're gonna click the plus again. That's gonna give us a whole nother layer of the brushes again. Brush, and then hit that middle orb again. And now we're just gonna lightly paint on the bottom because we usually see some discoloration towards the bottom. So we can see now we selected the bottom, and now I'm gonna make that a bit darker. So we'll go into the light tab, and I'm gonna make the exposure. I'm gonna bring that down a little bit, and then I'm going to also bring the shadows down. And I'm gonna go into color and usually see pink tones, red tones in that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that tint, bring it the other way. Instead of we took it down for the green, we're gonna bring it up. Saturation and the tone temp. Okay, now if we want to see the before and after of the photo, we can simply hold down and see how it was, and when you let go, you can see your changes. So they're subtle to the top and to the bottom, but I think they make a really big difference, especially when you load them and you have them either on your smartphone or you have them uploaded on your computer or whatever it may be. They really do make the difference and make it actually look like it came out of the camera. So yeah, super simple way. Only need 2 apps. It probably takes you about 5 minutes, if that, to achieve this effect. And then if you just go that extra mile and add that green tint and you add those red tints toward the bottom, then you're good to go. The only thing left we have to do now is to hit save. So you come up here, you're gonna hit save to camera roll, and you always want to save maximum available, and that's gonna give you the most detail. And now you're good to go. You can go ahead and go to your Instagram or Twitter or whatever it may be, and you got a brand new Polaroid that you can actually upload and get out into the world. All right, cool. And just so you can see where we started from, here's the original photo. Again, I think it's shot great. I think it's lit well. I have a lot of detail. Her pose is amazing. And this is the after we got done turning it into a Polaroid. Super easy, super quick, super simple. Didn't take hours and hours on trying to figure out how to edit it. Super quick, straight to the point. So there you have it. Super simple way to turn your portraits into Polaroids. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. And if you happen to do this technique and you post them on Instagram or whatever social media, on Twitter, make sure you tag me. I'd love to see them. I'd love to check them out, see how they turned out. If this was helpful, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.